Let's be real for a second. Some days I'm just not my best self. I'm feeling low, maybe even grouchy. If I'm honest, probably not the best company. Just ask my wife. Does any of that sound familiar? We all have those days, but everything feels heavier, like trying to push a boulder uphill. But what if those days start stretching into weeks, months, and even years? If you've ever felt stuck in a rut or just plain fed up with how things are going, you're definitely not alone. But lean in, listen in. I want to share the good news. Change does not have to be this big, complicated thing. It can actually be pretty simple. Gen Xers, we are the generation that survives secondhand smoke, helmet-free bike rides, and endless days of outdoor adventures. And welcome to the Dane Boyle Show, the podcast that lights up the spirit and grit of our generation. Each week, join me as we celebrate our one-of-a-kind experience, dive into the hard-won wisdom of yesteryear, and map out a roadmap for the epic days that still lie ahead. Whether you're tuning in from your favorite chair or out on your morning run, get ready for a heavy, hearty dose of Gen X grit, wisdom, and that unmistakable rebellious spirit. I'm Coach Dane, your unsexy life coach, here to share the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about how to age with awesomeness. I'm here to keep you gritty, keep you positive, and remind you you're the badass hero of your own story. Let's turn that grit into unlimited possibility. So hit the subscribe button today and let's rediscover the Gen X badass within. Together, we can keep aging with awesomeness. All right. So today, I want to chat about a couple small, powerful changes that can help you shake off that rut and start feeling a bit more confident. Ultimately, get out of your own damn way. No life overhaul, just a couple of easy steps that can help you start moving in a more confident direction. The first thing you can try is do something differently. We're all such creatures of habit. We like routines because they make life easier. They keep things predictable, but there can be a downside. When we're always running on autopilot, we can feel like we're in a loop, like that hamster on the wheel, like watching the same episode of a TV show over and over again. Groundhog Day. Here's a little challenge. Shake things up like a snow globe by changing one small thing in your day. Maybe it's changing your breakfast, trying a new playlist, turning left instead of right on your way to work. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's different from your usual routine. These tiny tweaks can help snap you out of that stuck feeling and open a world of possibilities. What will you try? Let's talk about using your intuition. Your gut feeling. That gut feeling is like a friend whispering advice into your ear. A lot of us just ignore it because of all the noise we hear, right? There's so much noise, but listen in. Your intuition is like a super secret power. And the more you lean into it, listen to it, the stronger it gets. It's like a muscle, and sometimes you just got to flex. Here are a few ways that you can start flexing that intuition muscle. Stay open-minded and be a little playful. Don't judge yourself. Just see what happens when you listen into that quiet voice that's whispering to you. Then practice making wild guesses like what mood your friend might be in before they even say anything. Can you see it first? Can you guess the cashier's name? It's not about being right. It's about turning into that gut feeling deep inside that often we're told as children to sit down, shut up, and children are seen, not heard. Notice how people carry themselves, their posture, their expressions, even their tone of voice. And take a guess how they're feeling. Happy, sad, sorrow, wonderful, energetic. It's a fun way to start flexing that intuition muscle. Come on now. Try these small changes and reconnecting with that intuition inside. You'll start shaking things up like that snow globe I talked about earlier. Bit by bit, little by bit, little, you start building that confidence and start feeling more like you're in the driver's seat. Remember driver's ed? And if you're feeling ready to go even deeper, if you want to go deeper, I'm here to help you take the next step. Self-care, self-esteem, it's right there. And ultimately, self-help. Come on, let's unlock the confidence waiting inside you. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, you've got this one step, one action at a time. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Dane Boyle Show. Remember, life's an epic journey, and you're here to live it with Gen X grit. resilience, and a touch of badassery that only those of us that are Gen X can bring. So as you head back into the world, keep it real, stay gritty, and never forget you are the hero of your own story. Keep aging with awesomeness, and I'll see you here next week. Until then, go be amazing. Remember to live the life you have while you create the life you love.